We're officially entering the era of total energy instability. Between global supply chain hits and utility rates smashing through record highs, the question isn't if your bill is going up, it's how much it's going to hurt. Now, a lot of people are making a massive mistake. They're panic buying those loud, gas-guzzling generators, not realizing that tech is basically a fossil at this point. Today, we're breaking down the top 5 portable power stations to help you achieve true energy independence. But before we dive in, I need you to remember one number: 3,000. That is the most important spec in this entire video. If you ignore it, you're basically throwing money away on hardware that'll be dead in a year. If you get it right, you've got reliable power for the next decade. Let's kick things off with number 5. Kicking off our list is a unit I personally love for its perfect balance of power and portability: the Anker Solix C1000 Gen 2. If you're the type of person who can't afford to be offline for even a minute, this is your go-to station. What's wild is just how compact this thing is. It weighs in at only 25 pounds, making it 11% lighter than last year's model. But don't let the small footprint fool you. Under the hood, this thing is an absolute beast. At its core, we're looking at a 1,024 watt-hour LiFePO4 battery featuring 3rd gen cells. These are rated for 4,000 charge cycles before you see any real degradation. To put that in perspective, we're talking over a decade of daily use without breaking a sweat. It also packs a 2,000 watt continuous AC output with a 3,000 watt surge, meaning it can handle pretty much any essential appliance in your home or your camper van. Now, what happens if the grid goes down? Well, you probably won't even notice. It features a built-in UPS system with a lightning-fast 10 millisecond switchover time. That is fast enough to keep your PC or home server running without a single hiccup. In a real-world blackout, you could keep your fridge, your Wi-Fi router, and a few LED lights running for about 6 hours straight. But the real claim to fame here is the charging speed. In fact, it holds the Guinness World Record for the fastest charging 1 kilowatt-hour power station on the planet. You can juice it from 0 to 100% in just 49 minutes from a standard wall outlet. And if you're going off-grid, it supports up to 600 watts of solar input, topping it off in under 2 hours of direct sunlight. If I had to nitpick, I should mention that for this 2nd generation, Anker actually removed the expansion battery port. They clearly prioritized extreme portability here, so if you think you'll need more capacity down the road, you'll have to step up to a larger model instead of just adding a module. Bottom line, this is easily the smartest pick for apartment dwellers looking for backup security or anyone who needs high-quality power for a weekend getaway. It's reliable, insanely fast, and incredibly easy to move around. By the way, if you want to check out the full spec sheets or the latest deals on these units, I've linked everything in the description and the pinned comment below. Coming in at number 4, we're stepping up the versatility with the EcoFlow Delta 3 Plus. If the last station was the Speed King, this one is definitely the brain of the operation for anyone looking for a system that grows with their needs. What makes this model stand out isn't just the battery itself, it's how it fits into a massive connected ecosystem. Let's talk specs. It starts with a base capacity of 1,024 watt-hours. But here's the kicker, it's fully modular. If you need more juice down the road, you can scale this thing all the way up to 5 kilowatt-hours by stacking extra batteries. The inverter delivers 1,800 watts of continuous power with a 3,600 watt surge. Plus, thanks to EcoFlow's X-Boost technology, you can actually run appliances rated up to 2,200 watts. Think hair dryers or that morning espresso machine without the system tripping a breaker. Now, if you're into the van life scene or you're a digital nomad working from the road, pay attention. The real game changer here in 2026 is the 800-watt alternator charging. This means you can fully top off the battery while driving in just about 80 minutes. That is 8 times faster than a standard 12-volt car socket. And if you prefer going green, it handles a massive 1,000-watt solar input, which can fill it up in just over an hour of clear skies. Back at home, it's a piece of engineering magic because it's whisper quiet. In a stress test running a fridge, a rotor, and some lights, it barely hits 30 decibels. You could have this in your living room during a movie and you wouldn't even know it's there. With a typical 140-watt draw, you're looking at over 6 hours of backup power. But of course, no piece of tech is perfect. My biggest gripe The AC outlet layout. They're packed so closely together that if you have those bulky brick power adapters, you're going to struggle to plug them all in at once without a power strip. Also, the price per watt is a bit higher than the competition because you're essentially paying for the ecosystem and arguably the best mobile app on the market. Overall, I'd recommend the Delta 3 Plus if you want a rugged IP65 rated station that won't be obsolete by next year. It's a future-proof investment that puts the power in the palm of your hand right from your phone. Look, securing your energy independence isn't just a luxury anymore, it's a necessity. If you want more deep dives on how to bulletproof your home and your wallet during these uncertain times, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. Coming in at number 3, we're moving into the heavy hitters. If the previous units were for light to moderate use, we're now talking about a different league for those who need serious power without feeling like they're lugging around a cinder block. The big selling point of the Jackery Explorer 2000 V2 is that it's the lightest 2 kilowatt-hour station in its class, weighing in at just 39.5 pounds. To put that in perspective, it's about 35% lighter than the average units we were seeing just last year. Capacity-wise, we're looking at 2,042 watt-hours, with a 2,200-watt continuous output and surges up to 4,400 watts. This is all thanks to their cell-to-body technology, which integrates the battery cells directly into the chassis. This doesn't just save weight, it makes the whole structure way more rugged and helps with passive heat dissipation. In a real-world blackout, if you're running the essentials, fridge, Wi-Fi, and some LED lights, this Jackery will keep you powered for about 12 hours and 20 minutes. Basically, it gets you through the entire night and still has enough juice left to brew your morning coffee. And speaking of coffee, its inverter can handle a 1,000-watt microwave for an hour and a half straight without even breaking a sweat. What I love most about Jackery is that it's built for people who hate technical headaches. The interface is the most intuitive on the market. You get classic, tactile, physical buttons and a display that gives you a pinpoint-accurate countdown of your remaining runtime. Plus, it's whisper quiet, under 30 decibels, and holds its charge like a champ. You can leave it in storage for a full year, and it'll still have 95% of its power ready to go. But there is a catch. The one but with this model is the solar input. While the competition is already pushing 1,000 watts solar charging, Jackery is still capped at 400 watts. That means if you're relying strictly on the sun, you're looking at a full day of clear skies for a 0 to 100 charge. Also, there's no expansion port here, so the capacity you buy is what you're stuck with. Bottom line? If you want maximum simplicity and high capacity in a package that isn't a literal backbreaker, this is the one. It's rugged, portable, and anyone in your house will know how to use it on day one. Taking home the silver medal is an absolute beast that's been shaking up the market this year, the Bluetti Elite 200 V2. If you're looking to stop obsessing over battery percentages all day, pay close attention because this is an engineering marvel. What Bluetti has pulled off here is basically magic. They've managed to cram 2,073.6 watt-hours of capacity into a footprint that used to hold half that amount. It uses automotive-grade LiFePO4 cells, pushing the lifespan to an insane 6,000 charge cycles. We're talking about an investment that will last you the next 17 years of your life, even with daily use. In terms of long-term value for money, this is easily the leader of the pack right now. But it's not just about capacity, it's about raw power. The inverter pumps out 2,600 watts of continuous power and hits 3,900 watt surges. What does that mean for your day-to-day? While 1 kilowatt stations are struggling, this Bluetti can fire up a portable AC, a sump pump for your basement, or even a double-burner induction cooktop without flinching. If you're working from home, you could run a full office setup, 2 monitors, a PC, and lights for 12 hours straight and still have 30% left in the tank for the night. In our emergency backup scenario, fridge, router, and lights, you're looking at 12.5 to 13 hours of non-stop runtime. And if you do run dry, their turbo boost system juices it to 80% in just 45 minutes. Plus, it handles 1,000 watts of solar input, making you completely grid independent if you've got a solid solar array. Now, that much muscle comes with a trade-off: weight. At 53.3 pounds, this isn't exactly a grab-and-go unit. It's more of a set-it-and-forget-it station for your van or your home's main backup hub. Also keep in mind, it's a sealed unit, meaning no expansion ports for extra batteries down the road. I recommend this one in a heartbeat if you need extreme durability and the muscle to run heavy appliances. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime purchase. And finally, we've reached the #1 spot, the crown jewel of this video, the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3. If you're looking for the absolute pinnacle of what technology can offer today, whether you want to forget blackouts ever exist or you're planning to live completely off-grid, this is, quite simply, the best money can buy. It honestly makes other power stations look like toys. What truly sets this beast apart is the raw, unadulterated power. We're talking about a 4,000-watt base output that can ramp up to 6,000 watts thanks to X-Boost. But the real killer feature is that it supports dual voltage 120 volts and 240 volts output right out of the box. This means you can literally power your entire house, from a 3-ton central AC unit to a high-power well pump. There isn't an appliance in your home that this thing can't handle. The base capacity sits at 4,096 watt-hours using automotive-grade LiFePO4 cells. But here's where it gets crazy. It's so scalable that you can stack extra batteries to hit a mind-blowing 48 kilowatt-hours. With that setup, you'd have enough backup juice to run your entire home for 4 full days without needing a drop of sun. In our typical emergency test, fridge, router, lights, this beast gives you 28 hours of continuous runtime on its own. Despite being a performance monster, it's surprisingly civilized. Thanks to X-Quiet technology, it operates at a hum of just 30 decibels. Plus, with a 10-millisecond UPS switchover, your servers or home theater setup won't even flicker when the grid goes down. Now, let's keep it real. This unit is a tank. Even with the built-in handle and wheels, this thing weighs about 114 pounds, 51 kilograms, so it's not something you'll want to lug upstairs. Also, to unlock its full potential for total home backup, you'll want to pair it with the Smart Home Panel 2, which allows for a professional seamless integration into your electrical panel. With its rugged build IP65 rating and solid support, the Delta Pro 3 is the ultimate no-compromise recommendation for 2026. So do you think this is total overkill for a home, or is this the inevitable future of domestic energy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now that you know the top 5 models on the market, it's time to deliver on my promise. At the start of this video, I told you to burn one number into your brain, 3,000. Why is this the magic number? Well, most cheap power stations you see on flash sales still use standard lithium-ion batteries. Those units only last about 500 charge cycles. That means if there's a crisis and you use it daily, your battery is toast in less than a year and a half. You're basically lighting your money on fire. Every single model I've shown you today smashes that 3,000 cycle standard thanks to their LiFePO4 technology. That is your guarantee that while utility rates keep breaking records over the next decade, you've already prepaid for your energy. It's the difference between buying a toy and buying an energy insurance policy. So here's the quick recap. If you're in an apartment and need speed, the Anchor C1000. If you want a system that grows with you, the EcoFlow Delta 3. If you want zero technical headaches, the Jackery Explorer 2000. If you want the best 15-year value, the Bluetti Elite 200. And if you need total whole home independence, the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3. Remember, all the links to the latest deals and specs are in the description and the pinned comment below. Don't wait for the next blackout to realize you're unprepared. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video.